Okay, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Super Rink, Rink 6 here, the Herb Brooks Foundation Arena. Here, Eden Prairie now taking on, we find out who we play, and we're going to wind up be playing, excuse me, my lips are cold, I was just outside. Start that over again. We know who we are going to play, and it's Champlin Park, who defeated West Fargo just prior to this game in overtime. So they had less time to rest, and they're back at it again in a hard-fought game about an hour and a half ago or so. So our boys had a little bit of food, got some pin trading in, and they're back at it, ready to go, wearing black this afternoon instead of their road or their home whites. So they are the guest team or the visitor team here for this second game, quarterfinal game of the 2026 Scoretacular here at the Super Rink in Blaine. I was outside for lunch. I had a meeting, came back in. It was 8 below out, so the weather is warming up. It's actually balmy outside. I could feel the sun on the back of my neck. So all good things are happening. So Eden Prairie ready to go, ready to be announced here as we get rolling with Game 2 of Scoretacular. I know you probably can't hear anybody or the announcer, so we'll just roll with it. Announced Asa. And now we have Tristan starting out again. Dylan Christian on D. And Mr. Wenkus here off a hat trick, game 1. And Leo also with the goal last game. So there we go. Eagles are ready to go out and play against the Champlin Park team. Pardon me while I get situated here, getting leveled up. Does that look level to you? No, it doesn't. Here we go. Let's twist it over a little bit. There we go. We are looking good. So Eden Prairie versus Champlin Park coming your way here. Another 12 minutes on the clock. Eden Prairie moving right to left. Champlin left to right. Game 2, Scoretacular coming your way. And we are underway. And just like that, Bird comes off, wins the face-off. They drop it down at Eden Prairie behind the Champlin Park net. And they battle for it down on the near side. Champlin able to pop it loose. And they bring it up towards the Eden Prairie blue line. We quickly pull that away and dump it down into the Champlin Park zone behind the net. Wenkus charges into the far side corner. Eden Prairie gets a couple players to shift, change here, and Champlin Park now brings it back up ice, crosses into the Eden Prairie zone, drops it off, and gets popped away by Decker Stubbs. Now Stubbs from behind the Eden Prairie net, bring it back up ice again. Over the red line, blue line, back into the Champlin Park zone. He drops down into the near side corner, looking for his defenseman out at the point, coming off from the bench. And that was a little slow. Stubbs picks it back up again, now brings it over to the far side corner. Curls around, trying to survey the results. Now over to Dahl. Dahl looking out in front. He's got Richards there, sitting in the slot. And Champlin able to pop it away here and put some pressure on Eden Prairie down in their own zone. Now back to the point again, and Champlin able to clear it out. Back to Rink. Rink picks it up at the middle of the rink. He brings it down in near side corner. Tries to center out front, gets it caught in the skates. Back over to Unke, and now Champlin regains control. They bring it back up to center ice. Strube there tries to pop it loose. We're a little bit close here, so we're going to do our best to bring in the action really up close. Front row seat here. You pay big money if this is an NFL game. And now Champlin back on the march again. They drop it down behind the Eden Prairie net. Rink turns around, looks one way, now looks the other. He's got some room. Fires it over to Heller. And Heller takes it up ice, tries to bring it in a little bit further to Champlin Park, but they're back on the move again, back up ice. They bring it to the near side dot. Puck gets stopped at the top of the circle. And now they drop it down behind the Eden Prairie net. Christian there to pick it up, looks back up ice to Heller again. Now Heller tries to skate it up a little bit further. He loses it in front of the penalty box. And Christian able to send it cross ice over to our side, up to Sarazine. Sarazine dumps it ahead, and Champlin picks it back up again. Now Champlin with some numbers, centers it. Nope, he took a shot wide right. Champlin again looking for a centering pass, gets it blocked up. Now Wenkus again off a hat trick in game one. Fires one in there over the top of the net. And now picks it back up behind the Champlin net again. Gets it lost in his skates. Curls around, looking back, looking out center. Berg there. Fires one in there. Shot and a save by Champlin. Champlin comes back up ice with it, dumps it behind the Eden Prairie net. And Berg there to go chase it. And we're going to get an offside on Champlin with 8:11 left to go, or remaining in the first, still 0-0. Now Rink over to Unke. Unke chops it up ice. Now Champlin Park blows a tire. It's going to be a penalty. We got a penalty coming on the Eagles here as Champlin sends one down. And there it is, whistle blown. We're going to get a penalty on Eden Prairie here, probably for a trip is what it appears. And that'll be on Crosby Richards. So Eden Prairie goes on the penalty kill early in the game here with 7:42 left to go in the first. So with these 12-minute periods, it's important to not get down early here. because there's not a whole lot of time to make up those goals if you get down. Quick shot off the face-off, wide left. I mean, he missed that. That was almost out of bounds at St. Andrews on the first hole, which is saying a lot. If you've ever played there, it's both the 18th hole and the first hole share the same fairway, so you could land a 747, fired shot in by Wenkus, and a glove save by Champlin. Champlin easy on the win of the draw, and they bring it back up ice again. They chase it down into the near side corner of the Eden Prairie zone. And here goes Wenkus again. Wenkus is looking for some options, and he decides just to slap it up over to Leo here behind the Champlin Park net. And now he brings it back, slings it around towards Charlie's direction. Charlie back down to Wenkus. Wenkus fires one on there, kind of a flop shot and a glove save by Champlin with 6:37 remaining in the first. Still 0-0. Eden Prairie full strength now. Back to Unke. Unke slings it down low behind the net. Pravatsky there picks it up. And there's Rink over on the far side, fighting for it down low. He backhands it down behind the net. Puck now over to the near side corner. And now Heller sends it in the direction of the net off the pads of Champlin Park. And now Champlin's able to clear it back out. And we go Unke over to Rink. Rink looking for Strub, and they can't connect. Champlin still with the puck. They get taken down by Unke. No call on that. Champlin Park fans looking for that call. None. And now Strub takes advantage of a guy blowing a tire, and Strub comes in, shot. Oh, and it gets slapped away by Champlin on a great opportunity for the Eagles. And now Crosby Richards on the march, breakaway. Oh, he shot and saved as he fanned on it. Another great opportunity for the Eagles. Now puck back into the Eden Prairie zone. Christian picks it back up down low, or down in his own circle. Sends it back up mid-ice. And Champlin brings it back. And gets clogged up in the slot. There sends a puck on net. And that goes off the side of the net. Christian there, able to kind of bank it up the boards here a little bit. And Champlin still able to hold it. Now Sarazine curls around. Now it turns, heads up course, plots his course for Champlin's zone, and he brings it down to the far side dot, centered back out in front again. Back to Richards. Richards fans again. 2 strikes on Richards' shift so far this period. Now Rink puts some pressure on. And he takes him down completely as he got a hook and a check in all at once. So Eden Prairie now going to go on their second penalty kill of the game as Charlie is escorted to the box. So still scoreless here in the first. Eden Prairie not short of chances here. They just can't find the net. But if there's anybody that can, it's Mason Wenkus here, coming off a hat trick again. He's looking for the call, slaps his stick down. Sent it out in front again. Wenkus shot, score. Leo to Mason. And Eden Prairie on a shorthanded goal as Charlie cheers from the box. And Wenkus gets his first. That's 4 points for him so far this tournament here in the second game, in the first two games. And 36 seconds left on the Eden Prairie penalty kill. Just scored shorthanded. And now Berg off to the races. He's got one guy to beat down the far side. He curls in behind the net. He's got Wenkus out front again. Shot. And another score by Mason Wenkus. He is on a roll. And he's got two. And Eden Prairie marks their second shorthanded goal of the game. Charlie's still sitting out there going, way to go, guys. While I sit here and rest, you guys are getting the job done. Now Strube over on the far side, fights for it. Dillon tries to send it far, and he can't. Goes right into the shoulder of a Champlin Park guy. Now Heller flicks it up, hits the hip of the ref, and now Pravatsky picks it up at center ice. He gets it bowled away by a Champlin Park Rebel. And now Pravatsky sends it back to center ice there. No eagle in sight. As Rink chops it over to Heller. Heller looking over to Pravatsky on the near side dot. He curls back around again, stops down low in the Champlin zone. And Champlin picks it back up. Strube now. Center is out, got Pravatsky in front. Pravatsky tries to get a shot off. He can't, saved by Champlin Park. Now Strube again just battles down low behind the net, and the puck winds up coming back out front. Now Charlie takes on four Champlin Park Rebels, and he dumps it down low as we get a new set of forwards and center. Dahl off the bench. Streaks into the slot. He can't get a shot off. He had to adjust too much. And now we kind of settle it down here a little bit. Another shot by Sarrazin. Rink holds it. Now he fires it wide left. Cross ice pass for Champlin, but they bring it back up into the Eden Prairie zone. Send a puck in the direction of Asa. He just flicks it off with a blocker. Now they fight for it over on the far side. Back out front again, looking for the one-timer off the stick of an Eden Prairie player. And Eden Prairie able to clear it as Champlin regroups out front. Richards, here he comes again, offside on Eden Prairie. With 22 seconds left to go in the first, Eden Prairie leading 2-0. Leo back to Dean. Dean slaps it in down low. Unable to hold. Puck comes back out to center ice. Unke now chases after it. And Christian picks it up from behind his own net. He sends it back up, looking for Berg again. And that'll do it. End of one here. Eagles 2. Champlin Park nothing. We'll be back in a moment.
First part forward in consideration of the mutual promises.
When you look at forms like these, it makes you wonder if lawyers and insurance companies are for you or against you. They're almost impossible to understand. But if you've been injured in an accident, you'll have to sign one. I'm Ron Meschbesser. At our law firm, we're concerned that you don't sign too soon or for too little. You can see us for free and we'll help you make sense of it, because you deserve to be treated fairly.
Meschbesser, Singer, and Spence. Experience on your side.
I have a great job as a bartender.
I've got a great job as a bartender.
I'm a bartender. It's fun. I make a good salary and great tips.
The Minnesota School of Bartending will help you find a job with only 40 hours of training.
I completed my training in just 2 weeks, and the school found me a job the day I graduated.
The Minnesota School of Bartending offers a lifetime placement service and a flexible training schedule. You choose your own hours for training and will help you find a job. Call the Minnesota School of Bartending at 645-1252.
All right, welcome back. Getting ready to start period 2. Eagles off to a slow start, but was able to bring it back with 2 goals for Mason Wenkus here. The only 2 goals of the game so far. That's 5 for him today. The cold doesn't bother him anyway. I don't know if you got that or not. Let's see if the rest of the team can help out here. So, boys in black now moving left to right on the screen here, and they bring it back up out to the point. Everybody remember which direction you're going. And Eagles fire one in there, wide left. Champlin now sends a cross ice back in our direction there. Dillon picks it up, back in his side, sends it back up on the near side. Champlin now sends it centered pass out front off of Dillon's stick over the top of the net. That was a good play by Champlin there and a good hustle by Dillon to get back. Now Eden Prairie able to feed out to Mason Wenkus. Wenkus fires one in there on the ice, and we get a glove save and a cover by Champlin. Rink back from the point, fires one in there, slap off the shins of a Rebel. He went down, kind of grimaced a little bit. And Champlin now slings it over to far side. Unke holds. Dean picks up the loose puck, back out to center ice again. Now Rink sends one in to Heller in the slot, tried to get an extra deflection off that. They couldn't. And now Champlin back up ice again, slowly back up ice. Now Heller chips it over to Pravatsky. Pravatsky gets ridden off over to the far side. Unke picks it up down low. Tried to center it, got intercepted by Champlin. He picks it up again, sends it right into the pink sticky tape on the end of a Champlin Park stick. Cross ice pass. And Dillon's able to pop it back in, down into the Champlin Park zone. Stubbs picks it up, curls around from behind the net, continues the flow back, curls back around on the half wall, looking the other way, curls back again. Sends it out to Christian at the top. Oh, Christian can't hold it, and he brings it back. Looking over for Sarazine, and now he sends it back up to Dahl. Dahl now fires one in there. Nobody there for the rebound yet. They hadn't quite come back into the zone. Stubbs now picks it back up again. Over to Dahl over on the far side. Back down low to Richards. And now Champlin back up ice. And Sarazine curls around, pops it loose. Over to Richards again. Richards clears it out. And Champlin regains control again. Fired shot over the top. Ricocheted off the stick of Asa and off the crossbar as well. Over the top. Asa's had a couple good looks. Now Stubbs comes in. Shot. Score! And Stubbs adds Eden Prairie's third. 5-hole, it looked like from my angle, but I have bad eyes. And Eden Prairie tallies their third here. Early. Well, not quite early, about halfway through the second period. Wenkus with a shot off the pads with a big thunk. Now Leo battles for it. Shot again. Eagles. And off the pipe. Centered out in center of the slot again. And that gets met with a bunch of rebels there. They can't make any headway. Leo now down on the near side, far side corner. Sends one 90 degrees into the net. And Champlin comes away with it. Big bounce rebound off of Asa pads, and now Wenkus, he's feeling it today. He's looking, he feeds out, he feeds Leo a little bit too far there, and Unke is able to hold it over on the far side. Strube over on the far side, picks it back up, loses it, and now is able to pick it back up again. And he gets it poked away. Now Champlin Park back on the move. Brings it back out to center ice. And they dump it down low into the Eden Prairie zone. Rink picks it up from behind his net. Now he comes up ice. Sarazine over in the far corner, now over to Christian behind his own net. Now Christian back up ice again. Oh, he was looking for Strube. And they just got that slapped away by Champlin. Now Champlin back on the march again. Fires one in there wide right. Now Heller back up ice again. He gets it popped away. Strube there to pick it up, and Champlin able to pop it loose and push it back out into the center ice. Eden Prairie regroups. Sarazine finds Richards. Richards sends it into the Strube's way, and Champlin able to pop it loose again. Now they come under control of it. They send it in, 90-degree shot off the pipe. Here comes the puck again back. Champlin able to hold it. And a nice little short hop glove save. And we'll come back. Reset down in the far circle in the Eden Prairie zone. Champlin sends one flying off the point, from the point. They get their own rebound, send it out front, and nobody there on that one. There we go. Now Berg over to Wenkus. Wenkus playing high today. Wenkus got one guy to miss. He fires a shot in there again. And another shot to score on the rebound. And Eden Prairie adds their fourth. With 4:55 left in the second. Brings it up. He tries to squeeze tight like a toothpick through a bunch of players. He can't. He's just too big for that there, Leo. Sorry. Now Unky charges after it, sends it over into Rink's direction. Richards picks it up, tried to pick it up over on the far side, half wall. Now Leo takes it from behind his own net, sends it up ice a little bit further, looking for Dahl. Dahl can't make any headway. Shot pad save by Volk. And Rink sends it back over to Richards. Now puck back up to Leo. Leo over to Dahl, just a little bit too far. Eagles fight for it on the near side. Richards again from behind the net. Sends it back out in front. There it is. Puck is loose. And Champlin comes away with it. Tries to sling it over onto the far near side. Christian tried to hold. He couldn't. Now he's coming back up again. Back checking. And he pops it away. Champlin able to come away with it, brings it back out behind the Eden Prairie net, sends it back out to the point. They can't hold it. Champlin now has to regroup. And they send it in and offside. With 2:54 left, Eden Prairie leading 4-0. Puck now back up to Heller. Heller now goes down. Pravatsky now down low behind the net. He gets it poked away. And loose puck comes back out to Dillon again. Dillon curls back around, heads back in. Puts it out front again there. Pravatsky couldn't make contact. Now Strub back up to Pravatsky. Champlin now dumps it down. They fight for it down on the near far side corner. They get taken down by Sarazine, and Sarazine comes back away with it. Sarazine looking up ice to Pravatsky again. Pravatsky can't do the pirouette and capture the puck. And it gives Champlin an opportunity to come back and try again. Dillon, as he's exiting the zone, he gets taken down as well. No call on that. Strub loses his stick. Wayward pass by Champlin off the bench. Heller comes in there, slaps it away, and prevents a pretty easy shot on net by Champlin. Champlin now sends it back out far behind on the point again, and deflected and blocked by Eden Prairie. One minute remaining in the second. And EP sends it back in offside. here with 48 seconds left. Rink off the draw, chases after it, sends it down low, slings it down behind the Champlin Park net. We're trying to skate through everybody here. A pass here or there would be nice. And now Champlin tries to bring it back up into the Eden Prairie zone. They get it slapped away by Unke. And now Leo picks up a loose puck. He's got Mason sitting there, and he sends a puck behind Mason. Mason goes over, picks it back up on the half wall. And now back in action again. Rink charges after it, curls around, looks back up ice along the Champlin bench. And that's it. End of 2 for Eden Prairie and Champlin. Eden Prairie ahead by 4. Going into the final period of Game 2 at Scoretacular here in Blaine. All right, a fresh 12 on the clock here. Champlin got a long way to go. And they've got a lot of work to do. Eden Prairie needs to drive a couple extra nails in here just to make it stick. Moving back right to left again. Dahl off the face-off. He slaps it down into the Champlin zone. Champlin slings it around to the far side. Unke there, able to hold, drops it back down behind the net. Stubbs now goes, chases it over on the far side. Dahl there, tries to pick it up. Nice poke check by Dean. Dean intercepts a pass. He got one man to beat, fires a shot in there, saved off the stick. Now Rink over on the far side, able to hold it. He drops it back down behind Champlin Park. Under pressure here. Stubbs now gets it caught in his skates. The puck now comes back out again, looking for some options. Rink chases after over on the far side. He pops it away. Now he's looking for some room. He may have caught Champlin sleeping a little bit. He brings it down in. And he sends it into the skates again of a Champlin Park player. Now sends it back out in front. Puck is loose. And Pravatsky almost able to capture that one for the Eagles. Strube now looking out. And he sends one over to Champlin. Now Champlin passes it right back to Strube. Now Strube around everybody. Fires one in there, and nothing. And after all that, now puck back in to Eden Prairie zone there. Dillon charges after it, as does Sarazine. Puck back out front again. Shot, score! Backhanded centering pass, and wide open on the backside And Champlin gets there first. Wenkus now with two, looking for his third. Two Hatties. Could he get two Hatties in a day? That would be pretty excellent. Back to Rink at the high slot. Rink fires one in there. Shot through traffic, and another shot by Berg. Saved by Champlin. It's two great opportunities by Eden Prairie there. They can't capitalize on that. Eden Prairie had 7 out there. They were trying to get away with that one. You know, these refs, they haven't been calling much, but that didn't take them long to figure that one out. Puck back out to Unke. Unke sends it back up into the Champlin direction. Now back out again. Right in front of us, folks. I don't even know where the puck is. I'm just panning one way or the next. Now Unke backhands it back into the Champlin zone. And Champlin now moseys their way back out of their zone. Back into the Eden Prairie zone. They get it popped away by Rink. Stubbs now picks it up. Enters some traffic over on the near side half wall. As Unke now banks it back behind the net. Rink back up over to Dahl. Dahl now sends it down ice. Eden Prairie changes lines, and Eden Prairie gets an icing. Eden Prairie wins the face-off. Wenkus chases after it now. Puck back in. Champlin Park drills it back into the Eden Prairie zone. Christian behind the net tries to send it up ice over to Berg. Now Berg picks it back up again. He's got Mason up ice. He couldn't see him. He wasn't looking. And now Eden Prairie gonna ice it again. It's a darn red line. So 7:46 left to go here in the final game for Eden Prairie today. Leading 4-1. We win here. We play tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Sarazine now down in his zone. He gets a pried away by a Rebel, and Rebel fires a shot in there high over the top of the net. Again, Eden Prairie, now they send it back up. There's going to be another ice on Eden Prairie. And there we go. 7:11 on the clock. Ooh, big clapper from the point by Champlin. And Eden Prairie sending it again down ice for an icing. Now Rink streaks off the faceoff, sends it up to Pravatsky on the near side. Oh, he was looking for Strub. Strub blew a tire right at center ice, and now Champlin back on the march again. The shot puck is flopping all over the place, and Strub picks it back up over on the near side. Back up to Pravatsky. Pravatsky fights for it between his skates here. He sends it out to the center. And Pravatsky able to hold it and keep it alive in the Champlin zone. He exits the ice. And Eden Prairie now, backhand shot by Unke off the skates of a Rebel. Now Richards takes it down low behind Champlin Park net. He loses it over on the far side. And both our D's over collate over on the near side. As Eden Prairie looking a little bit out of sorts here. The puck can't get any movement going. Now back to Champlin. Champlin over to cross ice, back up to center ice. Erickson, he seems to be their horse here. He sends one in there, still through everybody. Eden Prairie able to slap it away. And Richards now picks it up again. Put on the Jets. Come on, Crosby. As sticks go flying down on the near side. They get it slapped away, and Champlin now brings it back up ice again, out to Sarazine. Sarazine picks it up. He's pursued by two different, back up to Dahl, and now Dahl sends it down. No icing on that one. He was across the red line. Stubbs now from behind the net up to the near side half wall, and Champlin now sends it back up ice. They bring it back up. Shot off of Ace's stick, 4:26 left to go. Dillon back up to Wenkus. Cross ice pass is just deflected by Champlin, just enough. Just enough. Back to Sarazine again. Sarazine over to Christian. Christian back to center ice to Berg. Berg enters the zone. Eden Prairie offside with 3:59 left. And another offside by Eden Prairie. Rink to Unke. Unke to Pravatsky. Pravatsky drops it down. Strub picks it up down the near side corner, sends it back Unke's way. Unke's quick there to react, sends it back down to Pravatsky. Pravatsky back over to Rink. Rink quick back to Pravatsky. Pravatsky now back down to Strub behind the net. Strub gets pushed down behind the net. And Heller comes streaking in there, adds a little bit of elbow in there as well. Now Rink picks it back up. And now he sends it back down once everybody gets on side. And Pravatsky now back at it, puts some pressure on. There you go, Rink through the hands here. He curls around, creates a turnover. Now he brings it back up ice. Come on, enter the zone with speed. He loses it right as he enters. And Champlin back at it again. Champlin gets a seam off the blocker. Sarazine now flicks it up to Rink. Rink Now sends it back up to Wenkus. Now Wenkus 3-on-1, Eden Prairie. Back to Berg. Berg sends it over, can't connect. Back to Berg behind the net. Oh, Berg sends it out to Dylan. Dylan pops right over Dylan's stick. And back over to Sarazine again. 2:14 left. Berg back into the Champlin zone. Berg back out, looking for Wenkus. Wenkus wasn't ready. He was sleeping on it. And he just missed a great opportunity for two Hatties. But there we go. Is he going to get it again? No. Passes it back up to Berg. Eden Prairie again brings speed back to Wenkus. Wenkus fires one in there. Oh, shot off the blocker or off the pads, and the rebound too strong. 1:36 remaining. Shot wide left. Champlin able to hold it. And back over to Wenkus again. Wenkus now sends it back up ice. Now Stubbs fresh off the bench. 1 minute remaining in the third. At this point, Eden Prairie looks like they're going to notch their second win of the game here, or of the tourney. And they will be heading to the semifinals tomorrow night at 5:30 here. Rink back up to Dahl. 37 seconds left. Rink curls around, looking back up ice for Richards. Rink again, back over to Richards, 17 seconds left. Richards tries to find Stubbs, heading up ice, they can't. Shot on Asa, 9 seconds left. Glove save here. So the way it looks now is that we will play tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. It'll also be live streamed on youthhockeyhub.com. But you want to keep it right here, don't you? Rink now sends it 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. That'll do it. Game over. Eden Prairie, second win of the day. And they move to semifinals tomorrow night. So there you go. They take out Cottage Grove, Champlin here on Friday. They can go home, rest, maybe trade some pins here again. So we will see you guys tomorrow night. And until then, have